Welcome back everyone to F1 2020, my team Minardi. Of course we're renewing the sponsorship. Grand stuff, just the two things here. What do we fancy? We've got 2.9 million here. I think that's just shy of anything that we can really get. In fact, actually, how do we... Bada-bum, bada-bing. Yeah, so just plus 10 on everything. 69. Okay, they're quite happy. I don't think there's anything that I can actually spend the money on yet. So let's dive in for what are we doing next actually? We need to time this properly. R&D. Yeah, do you know what? We could actually do that. Keep bum licking those sponsors. We'll get ourselves there eventually. Okay, let's fast forward and I'll join you for after practice. Okay, welcome back after... Quali. Why does he look like Luca Badoer when he's looking up? It's very confusing. Stop merging all of my favourite drivers into one. Went rather well in practice. We look much more on board this time around, which is great. And I can sit and really think about what I want to attack and do next. I am quite tempted to do some reliability upgrades, to be honest. What is that? That's the ICE. That's a turbo. Those are the two worst things, aren't they, really? Oh. I think whilst we're doing but then I'd much rather right, leave it for now. Talking myself out of it. I think what I'll do is I'll wait until the percentage drop is in for that section, then we'll do it. Let's go off to quali. I have not changed my setup from last season here. I think I had a terrible Australian setup. I feel much better with this one. It's still got some quirks to it, particularly around the fast double right-hander. I'm going to really need to make sure that I get this one shot right, because I think I've got definitely have the pace to be in the points here without barging people out of the way. Much different to Australia. Okay. Blah. Verstappen in the Alfa Romeo. That wasn't great. Okay, not terrible. Ooh, that was... it felt good anyway. Alrighty. Yeah, I am pleased with that. Whew. I reckoned I was going to be 9th on the grid. I didn't think I'd get it. I'm not so great on quali compared to race, so that makes me mildly happy. I do feel like...
with qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Hamilton, Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
This grid is all over the shop. I love it. Then behind Ricciardo, Bottas, Verstappen in the Alfa Romeo. Okay then. The 2 Renaults, again punching well above their weight. Then us and Minardi, Albon, AlphaTauri's Perez, Russell Racing Point, Delatraz 13, that's looking good again. Kvyat, Stroll, behind Sainz, Norris struggling. De Vries there in 18th, 1.2 off Verstappen. 2 Haas's clinging on, Giovinazzi ahead of Latifi. Of course, the other thing here is that no one's having to start the race in Q3 tyres or qualifying tyres for getting into the top 10, so it negates some of the penalty of qualifying so well, if that makes sense. Bit harsh on Team Acclaim, we did well there. Grr. Okay, so the significance of all of that, I forgot to show beforehand. So, in the R&D department, Red Bull have taken the lead from Mercedes, which is important. And look, McLaren and Haas basically dead equal now. So, it is all looking interesting. That could be good for us to help move us forward a little bit. We are kind of kicking the socks off of things there. I wonder. So that's why I was like, ooh, Red Bull should be challenging. But like Renault, I guess they're kind of, yeah, it's all too close to call, isn't it? Anyway. Race time for everybody.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race.
Yes, lads.
Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas and Verstappen, Gasly, Ocon, Smith and Alexander Albon, Perez, Russell, Louis Delatraz and Kvyat, Sainz, Stroll, Lando Norris and Nick De Vries, Magnussen, Grosjean, Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Why did Latifi and Russell both look like they had birthmarks on their face? Nice bugs.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I will do, and I think I will do by keeping that strategy. Wish me luck. Alrighty. I knew he'd get back past.
Alright, we're looking good so far.
Kind of are, actually. I don't think we'll be battling with this lot long term, but it's nice to be flattered to keep up with them on the first lap. Good start though by Ricciardo, leapfrogging the Ferrari duo. Everyone wants the fastest lap.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilize some of this energy.
I am trying, but I am going backwards a little bit. who's out?
Okay,
Oh, I think
clear.
it's Verstappen. Yeah, it is. Always cause problems. Well, that is huge for the Alfa Romeo, and that looked like Delatrez was able to take advantage there.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. We're leading our teammate by 3.7 seconds.
It's all kicking off up the front as well. Might let Bottas and myself catch back up again a little bit. I think Delatrez has got himself into 11th. I just don't have the pace to be with the lead lot. Oh. No. Not having it.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.1 seconds.
No, we've lost out to them. Ooh.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down. Tyre condition is still looking good.
I feel quite slidey. Felt like that was going around, so I just had to steer out of it. Oh dear. Wah, wah.
Box, we're coming in this lap. You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind, 1 second. Full
Oh.
course caution. The safety car is out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down. Maintain positive delta. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
We're boxing this lap anyway. Well, that's a shame for Renault because they look like they were on for some really interesting stuff. That's it's going to bugger up Delatraz. In fact, it might bugger up quite a few people.
Louis is in the pits. Louis in the pits.
Everybody's stacking.
Go. Exit now. We're racing on the exit. Release.
Yeah,
release.
look. Ha!
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
How funny is that? Wow, that was a frame rate drop and a half. So we're now in second. How did that happen? They must have just got stuck in the queue. We can't be second. We have to be third. Yeah, we are third. Sorry, Ricardo. I was looking at the purple. Sorry, for Vettel. Then Hamilton, who got stuck. That's Sainz 6th. Gasly 7. That looks like a Haas in 8. Then a Racing Point. Delatraz has lost out somewhat. This is going to be an absolutely nuts race. Haas haven't even scored so far in this entire campaign. Now they've got it's Magnussen in 8th. Quite why this, compared to anyone else, has needed more stuff. That must be... Yeah, okay. I don't fancy keeping this podium place though. Safety car in this lap? It should be. Ricardo will do well to keep this win. Oof.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap. Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Ah! Oh! I'm sorry, Vettel! I was trying to not let Hamilton through. Oh, Seb. Oh, we've kind of gifted this win to Ricardo again, haven't we?
Let's overtake and burn some of this energy.
I'm trying! Ah! Locked wheels! Okay, Vettel's back ahead of Hamilton. Is that Hamilton in trouble? Don't think so. Yeah, Vettel's had to pit. Oh, I'm so sorry, Seb. Oh, there's drama between Hamilton and Leclerc. That looked like Gasly and Sainz side by side as well. Okay, so Hamilton's got round Leclerc.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
I don't care.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Oh, poor Seb. Ah! Okay.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I feel we may be in trouble when we get to turn 1. No, we've made it just. So what I'm doing is basically max 3ing and overtake Erzing on all the long straights and durs sections. Which in turn does kind of ruin your tyres a little bit, but
This is your final lap. Final lap
I
of the
just
race.
need to get down to turn 1 and I think I've got it for this one. And a little sprint down here. Really surprised at how Gasly's joined onto the back of this as well. Okay, so this is where I need the big juicy power out.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Ho 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 ho! Alright, we've done it. Boom! Oh, I'm so pleased with that.
Complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
Pure luck, but well done. Ooh, K-Mag, driver of the day. Nice.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today.
How does that
Tell me,
even
Alex,
vaguely
how do
look
you
like
think they
Christian
were able
Horner?
to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
on the podium with David. Time for a shoey. Time for a shoey. Noish.
And after this round of the World Championship,
Oh, wow.
here's how things look in the drivers' table. Daniel Ricciardo can be happy with the points he's earned today as it pushes his lead out even further. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Well, I certainly didn't have any complaints with Kevin Magnussen's performance today. Incredible driving.
Let's move on to the constructors. Red Bull pulled further ahead in the standings. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Well, you can tell that that was a crazy race because look at who's in the points. So you've got Ricciardo up front ahead of me. God knows how that happened. Hamilton stayed back in third. Leclerc fourth. Gasly fifth in the Renault. That Renault is looking surprisingly like the fourth fastest car. If it wasn't for me doing dodgy driving. Russell gets his first points in F1 in my career. In my team mode, if that makes sense, with sixth for Racing Point. That gets them off the board. Sainz gets points for McLaren with seventh. That gets them off the board. Bottas was rubbish all race long, really, and ended up eighth. Kevin Magnussen gets Haas their first points of the entire My Team campaign, so well done to the Haas team. And Louis Deletraz gets his first point as well with 10th. And that's the first double points finish Minardi have had in the My Team mode, so well done. Albon loses out, I'm sure, through the pit stops. Perez was the best AlphaTauri, but they didn't really feature at all. Nick de Vries doing not too bad in the Alfa Romeo, obviously with Verstappen out. That probably let him leapfrog a few places there. Norris, Stroll, Kvyat, Grosjean, Giovinazzi and Latifi, and that says a lot that the Williamses end up at the back of the field, even though they could have leapfrogged people with the pit stop dramas, and it didn't happen. Vettel last, oh dear, after two stops. Sorry, Seb. There we go in the drivers' standings. Ricciardo 2 out of 2 ahead of Hamilton. We're up to third in the drivers' championship somehow. Then Leclerc. Who else is there? Gasly moves straight in at 8. Russell straight in at 9. Sainz in at 11. Magnussen 13. And Deletraz, despite scoring a point, actually slips down to 14th in the standings, amazingly. Stroll 19th, oh dear. And all change in the constructors. As it goes, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, Minardi, Renault, and Racing Point and McLaren make their debuts in the points, pushing AlphaTauri down. Haas stay 9th, although they've got 2 points now. Alfa Romeo down to 10, though you don't expect they'll be staying there for very long, with Verstappen at the wheel. Williams still pointless, though. And just looking at the race director, no one did any weird stuff with the tyres. Nope. Oh, Hamilton got a time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. I didn't notice that. And that must be... so that'll be why he then had to stay extra long in the pits and drop behind us. That makes more sense now, because I thought he was just stuck in waiting for other cars to get past. Lap 1, Verstappen, De Vries and Grosjean and Ocon all having drama. Interesting that two of those then have mechanical failures to retire, actually. Wow. Crazy times.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy? must be thrilled to be up on the podium. You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? Great. Well, that's everything.
Since it didn't give us durability options, let's go for some aero instead. Smashing it against Carlos Sainz somehow. There we go. Good gains by both, I would have thought there. Level 15 on the team. Now, I don't think... Complete a weekend without colliding with another driver. That must have been Delatraz, because it's certainly... Oh, no. Okay. Nice. Plenty of dosh. I'll be using that dosh next episode, I'm sure, on Higher Plane Games. Thank you so much for watching. I tell you what, this increase in difficulty and everything, my eyes are on stalks. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Take care all.